Introducing Allison Walker, a simple street cop serving with the Richmond County Sheriff's Office in the vibrant city of Augusta, Georgia. With ambitions to climb the ranks, Allison isn't afraid to go the extra mile to catch the eye of the command staff. She's willing to do whatever it takes, including cozying up to those in power, and her efforts pay off when she secures a coveted promotion. But fate takes an unexpected turn when Allison finds herself temporarily assigned to a patrol car equipped with a fully operational dash cam. Unbeknownst to her, her clandestine rendezvous with Captain Brandon Beckman behind the deserted walls of the Regency Mall is captured on the dash cam. From casual chats to discussing professional matters and her excitement to be promoted. As Allison eagerly anticipates her swearing-in ceremony for the new promotion, she's blindsided by the realization that Captain Beckman holds all the cards. From the choice of her official vehicle to intimate details of her upcoming ceremony, it becomes clear that Allison's fate lies in Beckman's hands. Join us as we delve into the gripping saga of Allison Walker and Brandon Beckman's downfall, beginning with a revealing glimpse into the trimmed-down dashcam footage. The full raw dashcam download links below. Then witness the riveting proceedings of Allison's hearing before the Augusta, Georgia Merit Board, where her fate hangs in the balance. This is just the beginning of an enthralling series filled with twists, turns, and shocking revelations. Don't miss out on the next chapter. Subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay updated. And for those who want to support more exclusive content like this, consider becoming a member. Remember, it's crucial to document your interactions with all public servants, not just police. Stay vigilant, stay informed, and join us on this electrifying journey into the heart of law enforcement intrigue.
All right. Do you have any questions about it?
Good morning. This is kind of, because she was speaking, I just better go on and continue because we normally begin with the sheriff's side because we have a burden here to show that the termination was was appropriate, but I did not want to interfere with her statement. However, we're not here to discuss what happened to her in the past. While it is unfortunate and I do sympathize with her, we're here about her conduct for which she was terminated. The facts will show that Ms. Walker was under investigation for an inappropriate relationship with her superior. The facts will show that she was interviewed twice prior to a polygraph test being scheduled. On 2 occasions prior to the scheduling of that polygraph, Ms. Walker, when questioned, denied any inappropriate relationship. She denied being under any pressure. She denied any type of sexual harassment. She did not make any of those claims during her interview. The facts will show that it was not until after the individual whom she was having an inappropriate relationship with failed his polygraph test. The facts will show that a couple of hours after, when she was scheduled, that she admitted to the inappropriate relationship. The facts will show that during that interview, none of these claims for which she is now stating, none of that was mentioned. She was given every opportunity to give a reason why or to say, she was under pressure. None of that was mentioned during any of her interviews. The facts will show that according to standard operating procedure for which this former employee was completely aware that she had to tell the truth when under an investigation, any official investigation, inquiry, or when questioned, that she was obligated to tell the truth. And she made a conscious decision to not tell the truth. And that is the reason why we're here. So once you've heard all of this testimony, I'm going to come back and ask that you uphold the termination of Ms. Allison Walker. And my first witness will be Investigator Perry.
Perry,
Yeah, P-E-R-R-Y.
you have been sworn in already, right?
Yes, sir.
And again, I'm going to remind you, Investigator Perry, that you are under oath. Will you please state your full name for the record?
John Perry.
And what is your position?
I'm a sergeant in internal affairs.
Okay. And Sergeant Perry, how long have you held that position?
1 year.
And how long have you worked in internal affairs?
1 year.
Okay. And can you tell the board the reason, well, let me ask you this. Are you familiar with Ms. Allison Walker?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And did you investigate a matter for which we're here today?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And can you tell the board how you came to investigate the matter involving Ms. Walker?
Sure. 2 other employees in our investigative division came forward and wrote a statement about their concerns involving Ms. Walker and another supervisor on an inappropriate relationship. So I was assigned to investigate that.
And Sergeant Perry, did you have an occasion to interview Ms. Walker in connection with that investigation?
Yes, ma'am.
And was she under oath when she gave information?
She's not under oath, but I read her, it's called the Garrity warning.
Okay. And can you explain what the Garrity warning is?
Sure. Garrity warning is, as a condition of your employment, you're required to cooperate with internal investigations. Garrity warning means I'm compelling you to make a statement. But your protection is that statement can't be used in any criminal matter. So if you admitted to some criminal things, I can't provide that to criminal investigators at all.
Does the department have rules of conduct when it comes to being truthful in matters such as this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And are the employees made aware of that policy?
Yes, sir.
And so let me strike this. So are you familiar with that policy?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And how many times did you interview Ms. Walker during the course of your investigation?
A total of 3.
Okay. During the first time you interviewed, do you recall the date of that first interview?
It was August 24th.
Okay. And approximately how long was your interview with Ms. Walker?
It started at 3:34 and ended at 4:29, so just shy of an hour.
And during that hour, did Ms. Walker make any mention of any being forced to participate in anything that she did not want to participate in?
No.
Did she make a statement with regard to any inappropriate conduct?
She denied any inappropriate conduct.
Okay. She denied any inappropriate conduct?
Yes.
Okay. And so after that, when was the next time you interviewed her?
September the 6th.
Now, so that the board can get a good understanding of what's going on, there were two investigations going on at the same time, correct?
Two different people.
Two different people, okay. And was the other individual to which she was having an inappropriate relationship or alleged to be having an inappropriate relationship, was he under investigation at the same time?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, were you conducting the interviews of him?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So were these interviews happening on the same days or within days of each other? How were they being coordinated?
Usually within a day or two of each other.
Okay. So prior to your first interview with Ms. Walker, did you interview the other individual?
I did.
Okay. And did this other individual admit to any inappropriate relationship?
Denied it as well.
Okay. And so how many days had elapsed from your first interview with Ms. Walker until your second interview? What days was that?
The first one was on August the 24th. The second one was on September the 6th. So that's about 12 days.
And during those 12 days, are you also interviewing other individuals?
Sometimes you do. In this case, I was not. We had gotten some additional statements, written statements.
Written statements from other individuals?
Yes.
Okay. And did these individuals observe conduct between the two? What type of information were you collecting? I know there some things are protected, but in general, can you tell this board what other types of information is being collected during this time?
In general, it was just concerns, nothing concrete.
Okay. So in your second interview of Ms. Walker, did she make any admissions? Did she admit to any inappropriate conduct?
So it's September the 15th at 2:37 p.m. I'm in Internal Affairs with Investigator Walter McNeil, with Polygraph Examiner Johnny Hartley, and Investigator Allison. All right, go ahead.
Okay, so basically what she said is that, and you correct me if I'm wrong about this, okay, Allison, that they have met maybe 10 times or less, okay, and that she has a problem with intercourse, okay, that he doesn't, and that he has performed oral sex on her numerous times and touched her breast, and they've kissed and stuff like that, but every time they would get through or he'd get through, it always upset her, and that she would, cry. Is that right?
Okay.
But she said they've never actually had sexual intercourse, that she...
Okay. The things that did happen, have they happened since you've been in CID?
No, sir.
No?
No, sir.
If you can think, but can you think like maybe the last time, maybe what month? I know asking for a specific day is a lot, but maybe a month?
And Allison, look at me just 1 minute. And even if it has happened since you got CID, like kissing or something like that, that's fine.
I'm just not open about my trauma, so it sucks really bad.
I know. But remember what I told you? We don't quit fighting for things that we want.
I'm tired of fighting.
Okay. All right. So even if they've been kissing or something like that.
No, sir.
Take a deep breath. You're fine.
Yeah.
There you go.
I'm trying to think.
How I try to remember things is before, after Masters, before or after New Year's, before or after Christmas, before or after Thanksgiving.
Holidays,
Something major
yeah.
that you
Okay.
can remember. I don't know when your birthday is, but before or after your birthday. When was that?
End of February. I think it was the end of February. I think it was.
This year?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So the last time something happened, maybe February?
Yes, sir.
And where were y'all? Were in the car or his house, your house,
Not my place.
your place?
In your house?
Yes, sir.
Where in your place? Bedroom?
No, sir.
Den?
My couch.
Couch? Okay. Were y'all drinking?
I don't drink.
Okay. Was he drinking?
No, sir.
Okay.
And I'm not, by far, I'm not trying to embarrass you. I don't
Oh,
wanna embarrass you.
we're all adults here, so
Right.
yeah.
And was that, he performed oral sex on you?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I never did anything.
Okay.
Do you have a question? I'm sorry, go ahead. Good.
Go ahead. And you said you've never performed oral sex on him.
Correct.
Right. And y'all never actually had intercourse.
No, sir. We haven't.
Did he try? Did he want to? Of course he wanted to.
He didn't try.
Didn't try?
No,
But he
sir.
did finger you, you said. Right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Was that in the same time in February?
It was before February. No, I don't. I'm pretty sure it was nothing after February.
So the time we're talking about now, do you think it was in February or January? Think about New Year's.
Sir, my race was recently.
I got you. So, do you think the time at your house we're talking about, that was the last time?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you think it was in February?
It was before. It should have
And then the other times,
been. Should have been.
about how many other times do you think?
A
it was?
few. And each time I would cry in the shower.
Was it always at your house?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
How about when y'all met behind the mall and stuff like that?
Nothing
y'all,
like that.
Did y'all just kiss or something?
No, sir. I hugged, and then I would just talk about my dad.
Okay.
So,
And then how short we were on the road.
would you invite him over, or would he just pop by?
He wouldn't just pop by. I'm trying to think. I'm sorry.
So you would.
So y'all agreed. I mean, he
Is it
said,
fair
"Hey,
to
can
say
I come
you
by?"
invited him over, or he asked to come over, and you said it was okay?
It's probably been mutual. Like, one time I was like, you can stop by if you want to say hey. I don't remember if he ever asked to come over.
Okay.
I don't remember that.
And did he ever just show up, unexpected, knock on the door?
Never did that. I think one time I didn't answer the phone or something. I had something going on with, I think it's what, and then so I just put my phone on do not disturb, and then he just
Showed up.
drove. Well, he didn't knock on the door, but he said I drove by to make sure your car was there to see if you were okay.
But he didn't have any contact?
No contact.
Okay. If you had to estimate when it started, the first, what I would consider sexual contact, how long ago was that?
I don't remember, but I know the first time I met him.
Year?
That was April of last year. April 15th.
That's the first time I ever met him.
Okay.
So how long after that was before y'all
I
got
don't
involved?
remember.
Okay.
That I don't remember, but I know that's the first time I've ever met him.
Every time I got together, this has all been voluntary, correct? Or, I know you said you're not a big proponent of sex because of what happened in
Yeah.
your past, but this is nothing that he forced upon you or anything.
No, sir, it's
Okay.
not. But
It's questions I'm asking.
he's not gonna know what I say, right? Though. Like,
No.
So, like I told him at first, he would. In the beginning, he would. What did I tell you?
That he was someone to talk to and listen. You could talk with him about things.
It
and
was.
me.
It was something like I don't want to say he was hitting on me, but it was something else. I don't remember though.
Okay.
And I thought it was the way he started. I thought it was strange, but I didn't know how to react to it.
Do you have any idea how long after you met him that started, when you thought it was strange? Was it
I really can't
weeks,
put it.
months?
Probably months, but I can't put an exact time frame on it.
So initially, when you met him, he seemed like somebody you could talk to. And then a couple months, few months.
Probably a few.
But you could still talk with him. It just got more involved, kind of like before you talked about the law of diminishing return.
Yeah.
Did it get to the point where you felt uncomfortable to say no because of his position? That you just kept going on with him?
Did that
wanting
ever
to have
come
sexual
up?
favors?
He's never promised me anything. I never asked him for
Okay.
anything.
Was there ever time that you told him to stop and he didn't?
No, sir.
Did he ever see you cry? I know you said you did it in the shower, but
I did it after he left.
after he left, so you never saw the emotion, how it
Correct.
affects you. Okay.
Did you ever talk with him about your sexual past, the things that you and I talked about?
My trauma,
Did you ever talk with him about that?
some of it, yes, sir.
Okay. So that then, because of that, he knew not to put pressure on you to have intercourse?
I'm assuming so.
The day we have you that you recorded when you guys were behind the mall, he was giving you the keys to the car.
Mm-hmm.
Was he touching you in a sexual way that day?
No, sir.
So what was the deal about your knee?
Like I said, I think he poked my neck, like when I was doing my miscellaneous report, and then my knee, either like I went into his finger and then my knee hit my door.
Okay. So at that particular time when that was happening, did after that, did he perform oral sex on you, or
No, sir.
did y'all make out any?
No, sir.
Okay. He kissed you goodbye though.
No, sir.
Really?
At any point in time since these proceedings have started, has he coached you or told you not to say anything or hide anything from us?
No, sir. I was just scared because he's a captain and I'm a nobody.
Okay, so he hasn't coached you or talked you into doing anything about this. Y'all haven't really talked at all. When's the last time you spoke to him? Do you remember?
Probably.
Was that
So let me
before or
ask you a
after?
question. When they got in touch with you about this, I mean, I'm sure y'all reached out to each other. Did they talk with you? Said they just called me, what the hell are we going to do, or something like that? There had to be some kind of discussion.
They told me not to, and that's why this last 3 weeks have been hell, because I felt like I had no one to talk to.
Oh, okay.
That's
Got
why
you. Got you.
I've been,
So y'all
like,
haven't talked since we told you not to talk to him?
well, you said not to talk about the
Right.
investigation.
Okay.
But
Y'all
that's
did talk
why
to him, but
I've-
nothing about
yeah.
what's going on.
That's why I've been crying for like literally since the first day in here. I've been crying every single day. Barely been eating. Barely sleeping. I just felt. I told you last time I felt so alone. Like I have no one to talk to now. And I'm sorry for hanging up on you.
You're fine.
No, you're not. Everybody hangs up on it. It's okay.
I was crying. I did it twice. I feel bad.
At least he got
She
to talk
did
with
hang
you.
up on me twice.
It was. But I feel bad. But I don't like people seeing me or cry or.
The only other question I have is if you had to estimate a number, which you would define as sexual contact, how many times?
Less than 10.
Okay.
And nothing since you've gotten the CID.
Correct.
Okay. So y'all did talk, and that part of history you said we agreed not to do anything because of his position. But before then, yes. But since then, nothing.
It stopped months before, like
Months before he gave you keys and everything?
way before CID. It
Okay.
stopped.
Okay.
Less than 10, would you say more than 5?
Yeah, more than 5. Yes, sir.
So it's fair to say...
Can I look
between-
at my calendar?
Sure.
Did you keep a record of it?
No. It's just I wrote
I
like
just want to know if that's a
my
trophy list or
calendar
something.
is my lifeline, so it helps. I know what I do certain days.
Start say you bringing out some male tendencies. You know, males got those trophy calendars, right?
What was the question again? I'm sorry.
last time.
Oh,
I asked you if it was fair to say between 5 and 10.
I would say yes, sir.
That's fair. So I just want to be clear. Did you ever feel like you had to allow this to come to CID?
No, sir. If that was the case, I wouldn't have taken the test 3 times. I wouldn't have harassed Walter. I wouldn't have done the interview twice. I wouldn't have taken every single class. And I wouldn't have paid for my own classes. Because I actually paid for classes since we were out of funding.
Anything else I should know? Or anything else that you want to just get out?
That June 8th thing, that has been bothering me. Because I worked that with that picture of the car.
Okay.
I worked day shift that day. My birthday is June 7th. I think he was bringing, I think that's the day, or it was June 7th. He brought me a birthday cake. Because every year I get a cookie cake from my mom. Well, my mom, I didn't get a cake this year. So he's like, I'll get you a cookie cake.
What I was told about the photo is
But that's been,
the photo was taken by somebody on June 8th, around lunchtime. And they simply said the car pulled up.
yeah.
It was described as wearing gym shorts. And the car drove off.
Well, they're a liar. Because June 8th, I worked that day and I was day shift. Because I didn't switch to night shift.
Dressed like that.
I didn't switch to night shift until July, the week after July, when I came back from the mountains. That first day back, that July 10th is when I switched to night shift, so I was at work.
July 8th, what day is that?
June 8th.
June 8th, what day is that?
June 8th is a Thursday. My birthday was Wednesday, the 7th. So he did stop by and brought me a cake and left. That's it. But that's been bothering me because I was like, wait a minute, I was on day shift that day because I didn't switch to night shift until July 10th.
Obviously, as you know, people get days and times wrong, so it's possible they could have got the day wrong, maybe.
Yeah.
But that's just what was explained to us.
Since you've come to CID, have you felt any pressure to continue whatever with
No, sir.
him or anyone else?
No, sir.
Okay.
Can I have a recommendation for AA?
Sure.
Anytime y'all interview someone, like maybe come up with a paper if they talk about it, there be like consequences.
I'm not following you.
Well, you interviewed Steven and Mongo. Steven's the biggest loudmouth that there is. And now this has gone through the whole sheriff's office.
Oh, people who say stuff that's not accurate and okay, that's what you're talking about.
So, for future reference, for someone like to help their insanity, because shit gets turned and like stuff gets added, can y'all come up with something just like for future
Like
people?
issue a gag order so they can't talk about it.
Exactly, because
Well,
Steven has the biggest mouth.
Yeah, I tell everybody I interview, don't discuss this investigation. Everybody does. Even though
Exactly. Could y'all come up with something to where there will be consequences?
you can be disciplined. It's happened here in the
Because-
past for spreading rumors.
Because I'm getting, people are coming to me.
I don't
And,
know what's going on because they heard.
well, no,
Yes.
this person, they were nice about it. They're letting me know that they're here for me, but keep your personal life because they said I don't believe rumors or anything, so they didn't tell me what they heard. But they're not even in this building. So just for other people in this position or any other position, just for future, could y'all come up with something?
I'll mention it. Sure.
We can. One thing I can tell you is it's hard, and even the sheriff will be the first one to tell you because he's been doing this a lot longer than all of us. But in my 11 plus years, police officers are the most gossipy people you'll ever meet.
It's a high school for adults.
Yes.
And the biggest thieves.
Yes.
Leave a nice pin out.
I would
So-
never steal a pen. Oh my
It's one of those
god.
things where it's hard to control.
Listen, I
I
have
lost
so
my
many
pens
encounters
in
from
my job.
attorneys.
But we're pretty much done. And the interview time is going to be 2:56.